NFL fans, what is going on? Week 14 final picks coming at you guys. There's tons of injuries I got to bring you guys up to speed on so you can make the best picks and predictions to make yourself some cash this weekend going into the games. My betting account is up over 100%, so make sure you join my memberships to get all my bets each and every week. My dad also gave out his picks. He's on quite a heater. I'll leave a link to that video in the description down below. But man, week 14 coming at you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And today's video is brought to you by Underdog, the ultimate spot for higher and lower fantasy football, guys. They're running a promo right now, but it ends on Sunday. $5 in, $100 in free bonus entries. If you play only $5, man, you can't beat that. The promo goes down to $75 after that, so make sure you get this limited time promo that ends on Sunday. You got to get into the game. Get into the game. Get in before Sunday's games, guys. You won't regret it. I love Underdog. They have been a great partner to work with. All right, NFL family, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. The hype button's down there too. And subscribe to the channel, guys. I would really appreciate that. We took an L on Thursday Night Football. I like the Cowboys in that spot. And man, CeeDee Lamb was cooking with gas before he got that concussion. It was a pretty ugly concussion, man. But a lot of little things. Jake Ferguson, big time fumble. Big penalty there when Pickens got a pass interference call that offset. Huge. Huge, huge, huge. They couldn't stop Jahmyr Gibbs at all whatsoever. I thought they would be a little bit better against the run. But man, when CeeDee Lamb goes down, nothing you could do about that, guys. Sometimes in these games, the injuries will determine the outcome of the game ultimately, right? So let's kick things off. Sunday slate, Seattle Seahawks versus the Falcons. Big injury news here, guys. Drake London out in this spot. It's going to be an uphill battle for Kirk Cousins, who's kind of struggling right now. He's definitely also struggling to push the ball down the field. He's like Aaron Rodgers 2.0. Can't move around in the pocket, dinking and dunking his way to losses each and every week. Seattle Seahawks did struggle a little bit last week against the Blitz, against the Vikings. They won 26-0, but the offense, pretty mediocre. The Vikings had like 57,000 turnovers, so that set them up in good spots to put points on the board, right? So, even though it's in Atlanta, I don't think that matters at all. The Seattle Seahawks have a really, really good defense, right? And defense, in my opinion, travels. I think Sam Darnold has a better game here in Week 14 than he did last week against that blitz-heavy Brian Flores defense, right? Bijan Robinson can't do it all. He just can't do it all. No Drake London. Bijan, he's going to struggle to get going this week. I think this is going to be a dominant performance by the Seattle Seahawks. For me, the Atlanta Falcons have no chance without Drake London and with Kirk Cousins at the helm. Give me the Seahawks on the road all day. I love the Seahawks here in Week 14. Next up, we got a fun game. AFC North showdown. We got the Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams coming off very disappointing losses. Steelers to the Buffalo Bills. The Ravens got the fucking brakes blown off of them by the Bengals. 5 turnovers. It was a disaster there in Baltimore for sure. Who ultimately wins this game? Man, I've been bouncing back and forth. Steelers released Darius Slay. Derek Harmon's out. Kyle Duggar's out. Broderick Jones on IR. It's not a good situation there for the Steelers, especially offensively. The defense does rank second in the NFL in takeaways, so that's pretty good with 22. But man, this is a tough game. For me, the Steelers were terrible versus the run last week versus the Buffalo Bills, and that's how the Ravens win this game, is by controlling the clock. Lamar Jackson is a go, even though he hasn't been playing like Lamar Jackson, guys. He's been missing open wide receivers, not really getting involved in the running game as much as I would like to see him get, but he's hurt. So I don't know if that's going to be how they look going forward. If Lamar Jackson isn't involved in the running game, this team's going to just struggle offensively for the rest of the year. But they have an opportunity to attack a team that's not good against the run. Derrick Henry needs to get going in this spot, and I think he does. The Ravens and that 5 turnover performance last week, they have to bounce back, right? So I think whatever team loses this game is going to just fade away. That's kind of the way I see it right now. Darius Slay got released by the Steelers. He's not going to be out there. he's not been playing good anyway, so it's not like it matters. But the Ravens got back-to-back home games. The Steelers are reeling. Aaron Rodgers just looks like an old man playing a young man's game out there. So give me the team that I just think is a better football team right now. I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens to win this game. I think they get the run game cooking, and we see a better version of Lamar Jackson here in Week 14. Two teams that don't look great, straight up. But offensive line-wise, they're going to struggle to protect Aaron Rodgers, the Steelers are. That's why I'm going to roll with Baltimore here at home. Next up, Titans versus the Cleveland Browns. Titans have an uphill battle versus a very, very good Cleveland Browns defense. Myles Garrett currently has 19 sacks. If he gets 4 for the record, I could see it happening, especially because the Titans are without center Lloyd Cushenberry, and a center is a very important person for a young quarterback, right? And I just don't think they have the tackles to slow down Myles Garrett, who's going to line up all over the line. The Browns are allowing just a 31% success rate on opponents' runs. That's best in the NFL. They're not going to be able to run the ball. They can't pass the ball because they have no weapons out there. Denzel Ward's going to shut down the passing game. Myles Garrett's going to get after it. Cam Ward over or he might even throw 2-3 interceptions in this game. I think it's the Browns' game to lose. Shedeur Sanders should be able to get things cooking a little bit there. But the Titans did shut down the Jacksonville Jaguars run game last week. Very impressive. That was a really, really impressive performance by the Titans. Super impressive. They ran the ball 27 times for only 70 yards. That's 2.6 yards per carry for the Jaguars versus this Titans, front seven. Pretty impressive stuff there, guys. But I'm going to roll with the Browns, especially at home. I can't see the Titans scoring over 13 points, right? So unless Shedeur Sanders lays an absolute shit burger, but I do think the defense is going to force some turnovers and put Shedeur in good situations to get some points. That's why I like the Browns here. I think they get the dub, straight up. We have a really fun game coming up here, guys. Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Another game I've been going back and forth on in my head all week long. Left tackle for the Jaguars, Walker Little, he's out. That's a huge deal, especially because Trevor Lawrence, not great with pressure. But the Colts have some injuries on defense as well. So no DeForest Buckner, who's going to win that battle, that line of scrimmage battle? Two teams that I think really want to run the football with Jonathan Taylor for the Colts and a rushing attack for the Jaguars that's had some really good performances this year. Man, I've been going back and forth on this game. But the Colts haven't won in Jacksonville since 2014. Does that trend continue? Jaguars are winners of 3 straight. Man, Jonathan Taylor has destroyed Jacksonville at home, but not been great on the road. 546 yards and 4 touchdowns in 3 games. And then on the road, 172 and no touchdowns in 4 games. So the home road splits are very significant there for Jonathan Taylor and this Colts team. But Shane Steichen, if anybody can get things going, it's Shane Steichen. And the Jaguars, to me, definitely do a lot of little things wrong. They're behind the sticks a lot. Trevor Lawrence turns the ball over so much. It's crazy. But Daniel Jones hasn't been good either, right? So, man, this is a 50-50 game, guys. I wouldn't hate on you whether you pick the Jaguars or the Colts. I don't know really who has the edge here, man. Oh, man, this is such a tough game to decide who's going to win. But you know what? I'm going to roll with the Colts here. I just think they're a little bit more of a fundamentally sound team. And Trevor Lawrence makes mistakes, and I think Daniel Jones and Tyler Warren and Jonathan Taylor can make them pay for it. So give me the Colts here on the road. It's going to be a really close game. I wouldn't bet this game with a 10-foot pole with money. And guys, remember, my picks are not my bets. If you want my bets, check out my memberships. I send them out to my members, over 300 members each and every week. Here comes an interesting game. Commanders versus the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy's back. So is Jaden Daniels. Woo, baby. But left tackle Christian Darrisaw and left guard Donovan Jackson, both questionable for the Minnesota Vikings. So these guys are not 100%. The Washington Commanders defense hasn't been great, but man, they really gave the Broncos everything they could handle last week. So does that mean they're going to have a letdown game here versus the Vikings? That very well could be the case. Another game I've been going back and forth on, and sometimes when you lose a tough battle, you have a letdown performance the next week. But Jaden Daniels is back, so I think these guys might be playing with a little swag, and having Terry McLaurin back, huge. Huge. And Brian Flores is going to want to blitz a lot. But Jaden Daniels, so far in his NFL career, been pretty damn good against the blitz, right? So blitz if you dare, because Terry McLaurin, you're going to run man-to-man coverage and blitz a lot versus Terry McLaurin. Good freaking luck. I think he wins that battle long term. And J.J. McCarthy's been so bad. He's thrown an interception in every game that he's played in this year. Give me the Commanders on the road. I like Jaden Daniels. I love Terry McLaurin. And the Vikings just aren't playing with any confidence right now, right? Max Brosmer had 4 interceptions last week. J.J. McCarthy wasn't that much better the week before there, guys. Give me the Commanders. And especially with the banged up left side, blind side offensive line with Donovan Jackson and Christian Darrisaw not 100% there. Man, the Commanders really impressed me. Mariota really impressed me as well there in that spot. And Jaden Daniels is just better. Give me Jaden Daniels and the Commanders on the road. Here's another really interesting game. Jets, Miami Dolphins. It's going to be cold in the Northeast, in the high 30s, low 40s. I've been going back and forth on this game a lot as well. Man, Achane has just been so good. He's so good. I don't know if the Jets can slow him down. Tyrod Taylor's been okay. He's not a guy who's going to light it up, that's for sure. And the Jets defense, right? They only have 2 takeaways. That's the fewest through 12 games in NFL history. And if you're not getting turnovers, you have to play perfect football to win games. And I'm going on a little road streak here of road teams winning, but I'm going to go with the Dolphins to win. I think they're a better football team. I think they have better talent. And Achane has been so dominant, man. So they're not going to ask Tua to do a lot in the cold weather, and it's going to probably be windy there as well. Keep some short passes with Waller, and just run the football. Run the ball. The offensive line and Achane have been very, very dominant and have looked really, really good. I've been impressed by them all season long running the football. Really good stuff there out of Miami. And the Jets, they're just the Jets, guys. I don't know what else to say. They don't do anything particularly well, and not getting any turnovers, I think over the long term is just going to make you lose games, man. So for me, I just don't think this Jets team has a lot of talent. And on the offensive side of the ball, the Dolphins are so much better. I know it's cold weather and they don't particularly play well in the cold. Hopefully they step up. I just think they're going to be able to run the ball. It's going to be a close game. Give me the Dolphins in a 1-score game for sure. Next up, we have the Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. A lot of injuries on the Saints, guys. No Alvin Kamara. Right tackle Tyrese Fuaga, he's out. Justin Reed's out. And the Buccaneers are a better football team. They're getting freaking healthy. They were getting shut out 16-0 at halftime last week versus the Miami Dolphins. This Buccaneers team is way better than that. And Bucky Irving and Chris Godwin are going to start to get in the swing of things coming off those injuries. And the Buccaneers are just getting healthy, right? And a healthy Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, guys, is a very dangerous football team. I like it. I like myself some Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus a terrible New Orleans Saints team. And then listen, Olave's dealing with a back injury. He's not 100%. No Kamara. Right tackle's out. Uphill battle for the Saints this week, going on the road in Tampa Bay. I like the Buccaneers. All right, guys. These next few games, minus the Broncos-Raiders game, a lot of close ones coming up, guys. Bengals, Buffalo Bills. Man, oh man, oh man. The Bengals dominated the Ravens. Forced 5 turnovers. Joe Burrow, pretty good. 24 of 46, 2 touchdowns. Jamar Chase had 7 catches for $110. Higgins is going to be back. And listen, Chase Brown's having one of the better years of his career. He's had a franchise record 6 straight games with 100+ scrimmage yards, guys. So that's pretty impressive stuff. James Cook absolutely balled out versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Trey Hendrickson, he's out again. But these injuries I'm going to discuss right now for the Buffalo Bills might have me swinging in the Bengals' direction. Linebacker Terrell Bernard out. Defensive end Joey Bosa out. That's huge. Huge. And the Buffalo Bills are turning over the football. Multiple turnovers in each of the past 4 games. And if you give Joe Burrow a short field, he's going to dominate. And the Bills have a lot of holes, man. They really do. They can't stop the run. And now they're not going to be able to get after the quarterback. Their best pass rusher right now is Joey Bosa. He's been great the last couple of weeks. Oh, man. I'm going to go with the Bengals. I don't know if they can slow down T. Higgins and Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. And I don't know if the Bills can hang up 35 or 40. Maybe. It's going to be a close game. This game could get loose. There could be a shootout here. But losing the linebacker and a defensive end, 2 really good players in Bernard and Joey Bosa, that worries me, man. The Bills do, however, lead the league in time of possession with 33 minutes and change. But man, oh man, Joe Burrow looked dominant last week, and he's got a game under his belt. It's going to be cold as shit there in Buffalo for sure. Man, I'm going back and forth on this game. I could switch maybe last minute, but I don't know. I'm going to go with the Bengals here. I think Joe Burrow's going to get hot. And when Joe Burrow cooks, good luck. Broncos versus the Raiders. The Raiders are the worst team in the NFL, in my opinion. They might blow it completely up, get rid of Pete Carroll, everything. Outside of Brock Bowers, they have no offensive identity at all whatsoever. Same thing on defense. The Broncos are great on the line of scrimmage. Give me the Broncos all day. Should be an easy win there for Denver. I don't see the Raiders scoring over 13 points. I don't even know if they score a touchdown in this game. Maybe some field goals. 9-12. Maybe they get 13. Touchdown, a couple of field goals. But the Broncos defense, a little bit of a letdown performance last week versus the Commanders, who moved the ball pretty efficiently all game long versus the Broncos. So I think they get right here on the road, taking on the Raiders. Raiders just don't look like they have enough offensively to get past this Broncos team. Probably going to be a closer game than people think, but I'm going to lean for the Broncos here in Week 14. Next, we got the Bears and the Packers. Ooh, baby, we're cooking with gas. Yo, the Bears demolished my Eagles. They kicked the living dog shit out of the Eagles. It was embarrassing. They ran the ball down their throats. What a performance by Ben Johnson and the running game. The passing game, still not great, though. Caleb Williams was off target on 27% of his passes. That's awful, straight up. 47% completion rate. They got to run the ball in order for them to win. But he's only been sacked 19 times. He was sacked 68 times last season. Crazy, right? Man, I believe in momentum in this league. And I do think that the Tucker Kraft injury for the Packers kind of limits what they can do offensively. I'm going with the Bears here, man. I'm doing it. I'm going with the Bears here for sure. A lot of road teams here this week. That's just kind of the way it shakes out for me. The Packers are a decent football team, but the Bears are playing really good team football. No Rome Odunze this week for the Bears, but the passing game hasn't been why they're winning games. They're playing solid defense and running the shit out of the football, man. The offensive line has been running the ball so well. Caleb Williams has got to be better if he wants to win tough games. If he's under 55% completion rate this week, they're going to lose. But I believe in this run game. I believe in Ben Johnson. I'm going to roll with the Bears here. I've been picking against the Bears, and it's been biting me in the ass. So I'm going to roll with the Bears here against the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau. And it'll probably work out that the first time I pick the Bears, they lose. But it is what it is here, guys. Bears. Give me the Bears. Give me the Bears. Next up, we have the Rams and the Cardinals. The Cardinals, man, they just can't catch a break. Marvin Harrison Jr. out. Greg Dortch out. Walter Nolan out. How are they going to score points? I don't know. They're never going to be able to keep up. They're never going to be able to keep up with the Rams. Give me the Rams all day. I think the Rams dominate. They get right. Matt Stafford bounces back after that pitiful performance with the fumble and the 2 interceptions. This Cardinals team is reeling. I don't think they have a chance at all in this game. How are they going to score points? They're on like their 5th running back. No Marvin Harrison Jr., no Greg Dortch. Zay Jones is already done for the year with an Achilles. They're running on fumes offensively, man. And to have to play the Rams, good freaking luck there, guys. Next up, we got the Texans on the road taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Another game. Oh, man. Let me know in the comments down below. How do you see this Houston Texans Chiefs game rolling out? The Texans are 0-2 in Arrowhead under D'Amico Ryans. Both of these games were under 40 degrees. But the freaking Chiefs left tackles out. Trey Smith and Jawan Taylor both doubtful. They're pretty much going to be running out a complete backup offensive line against the best defense in the NFL. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Man. I think turnovers dictate how this game is ultimately decided. This could be a final possession type of game. I want to pick the Chiefs, guys. I want to pick the Chiefs, guys. I want to pick the Chiefs. But, man, Patrick Mahomes is going to be running for his life all day long. He's going to be sacked a lot. And not only do the Texans have really good pass rushers, they have good corners. So they're not going to be able to get separation, the Chiefs wide receivers, quickly. I want to pick the Chiefs, but I can't do it. Give me the Texans. No Jawan Taylor, no Josh Simmons, no Trey Smith. Oh, God. This is a tough one. But I don't know, man. Chiefs season's on the line here. It's going to be cold as shit. It's going to be in the 20s. But, man, I just don't see how Mahomes doesn't get his face ripped off in this game. With this whole offensive line hurt, does Mahomes have a little bit of Mahomes magic left? He couldn't beat the Cowboys. I don't know. This Texans team is like 100 times better than the Cowboys defense, right? And they didn't look great versus the Cowboys. They ultimately lost. I got to go with the Texans here, man. All right, and wrapping it up. Philadelphia Eagles versus the LA Chargers. It looks like Herbert's going to play, even though he had an operation on that left non-throwing hand on Monday. The Eagles got shredded by the run. 281 yards on the ground and a pair of touchdowns by the Bears. And now they don't have Jalen Carter, who had a shoulder operation. So no Jalen Carter, no Lane Johnson, a team that's moving in the wrong direction. I don't love it there for the Eagles. I'll be at the game for sure here in LA. Oh, man. This Eagles team just doesn't play. They're not playing good football. They're not doing anything well. The defense got shredded. Jalen Phillips had a concussion last week. He's questionable as well. Sorry, guys. Eagles fans, don't hate me. I'm going with the Chargers at home. Eagles got to fly across the country, change time zones. They're without their best defensive player in Jalen Carter and their best offensive lineman in Lane Johnson. This offensive line has been terrible all year long. The Chargers are without their 2 top tackles as well, in Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater. But, man, I just don't have any confidence in this Eagles team right now. Until they can win a tough game, I'm picking against the Eagles. I'll be doing it for the foreseeable future. So, here it is, guys. Here is the J All Day picks for Week 14 coming at you. We got the Seahawks, the Ravens, the Browns, Colts, Commanders, Dolphins, Buccaneers. We got the Bengals, Broncos, Bears, LA Rams, Houston Texans, and the LA Chargers. Wrapping up our final picks for Week 14. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.